play the Mead Bowers game for me.
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today we're excited to check out Think Again from Yellow and Les Scorpion Mask. This is for 3 to 10 players, or you can do it in groups. Ages 10 plus will take about 20 minutes to play. And in Think Again, this is a trivia game where you're going to have seemingly simple, sometimes difficult, trivia questions that you're going to try to answer. But the catch with this game is you're never going to know whether or not you're supposed to answer the question correct or incorrect. It's a game that tries to stretch your brain in kind of different ways. Does it succeed, though? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Think Again. So, first and foremost, we have our handy-dandy rule cards, which I normally hate. You're going to have 5 cards, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples, and overall, it's very well done. They should have you up and running. There's also a little QR code so you can watch how to play the game, which also is pretty thorough and teaches you how to play as well. Also, I can teach you how to play right now because it's a super simple game. So in Think Again, this is the trivia game where you're going to ask questions, and you are never going to know whether or not you were supposed to give the correct answer or the incorrect answer to the question. What am I talking about? Well, let's go over the components. So component-wise, you're going to have this whole big stack of cards right here, and each card is going to have 6 different questions on it. They're also numbered. I'm not sure why they're numbered. I'm sure there's a reason, but I have no clue why that is. These questions range from the mundane to the absurd. And Jaws featured which marine animal? What is the 8th wonder of the world? That would be an absurd question. As it says right there, absurd question. There's no correct answer. What is the last name of the Beatles member named George? Which flower's name is the past tense of rise? In which state is New York City? What game are we playing right now? The Vatican is located in which Italian city? Random questions that you'll be asking. Now, on the back of these cards, you're going to see various different symbols like this. If you see this symbol, that means that whatever question is being asked, you need to answer correctly because green means go. That means you need to answer the question right. This means that you need to answer the question incorrectly. This guy is incorrect, by the way. Love the artwork there. This guy right here is the correct guy because look, he's smart. But how does it work? Well, you're going to take turns asking questions. You're going to hold the cards in your hand like so, and then you are going to read one of the questions. You can read any one of the questions you would like here. So, which kind of weapon does an archer use? So, then you're going to reveal the back. So, the first person to say bow or bow and arrow or anything that sounds similar and is right gets the answer. Or gets the point. So how do they get that? You can either keep track on pen and paper, or what we did and what they recommend is if it's on this side, you get a point. If it's on this side, it's -1 point, because if you get it wrong, you're -1 point. So you're going to take turns, and each person is going to read 5 cards. So I would do 5, and this guy would do 5, this lady would do 5, this person over here would do 5, 5 over here, 5 over here. And then at the end of everyone having an opportunity to do 5, whoever has the most points would be the winner of the game. Now let's go back to those absurd questions, because there are some absurd questions in here, the blue questions. And those have their own special thing with them. So, which pronoun represents the 4th person plural? And go! So that would mean you need to do a right answer. But since this is an absurd question, the only correct answer is think again. So the first person to say think again would get the point. Any other answer is wrong. Period. And then they would once again get the point or not get the point. You continue to do that until someone has the most points at the end of everyone reading out 5 questions. And whoever has the most points will be the winner of Think Again. And that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played. Alrighty then, Think Again from Yellow and Les Scorpion Mask. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, this is a straight up party game. If you're not in the market for a party game, look elsewhere. Duh. Party game. No other category. Not going to play this on game night. Probably not going to be a simple filler game. Maybe if you have a lighter crowd, maybe a simple filler game. But for the most part, purely a party game. Also, on the con side, you know, it is the same game, and you're going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's very repetitive, which will be a turnoff to a lot of people. I don't like rule cards, so that kind of annoys me that there's not just like a little rule sheet in there, but really the rule cards are perfectly serviceable, and there is a video that's actually very useful as well. So that's a minor nitpick. I don't really have too many cons on this game as long as you know that it's a party game. And oh yeah, I would go with a family-style party game as well. You can easily play this with family members, even though you would want to ask some of the more simple questions as opposed to the stuff like, where's the Vatican, which I don't think a typical 11 or 12-year-old is going to know. But definitely in the party category and in the family category, nowhere else. And that's what I got. Moving on to the pros. I enjoyed Think Again. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. I brought this into my classroom the first time I played it. And I was like, all right, we're going to try this game. If you guys don't like it, we can quit halfway through, and I'll just play it with adults. But they actually really loved this game. They were a really big fan of how it just made you think differently. And even though you knew the correct answer, sometimes it's really hard when you were like, okay, this is New York City, New York City, New York City's the answer, New York City's the answer. And so you're ready, you're chomping at the bits, you're ready to say that, and all of a sudden it's wrong, and you're like, not New Buffalo or something like that. And it is weird. It's weird how it like tricks your brain, and you're never quite sure what answer you're going to say. And it also means that you might get asked a question, and you might have no clue how to answer it. But at the same time, you need to be thinking of an answer that you know is going to be incorrect, because if you have to give an incorrect answer, then you just can shout out whatever you want and get a point. But at the same time, you have to listen to the question closely enough to make sure that it's not an absurd question. I wish there were a couple more absurd questions in the game. I mean, there's a lot in there, but I wish each card had one that you could pick from. But then you might come into the problem of people just always doing absurd questions. Either way, I like that. I like the fact that the answers are a little bit flexible. If it says in the rules, if someone's close to getting an answer, just give them the point. It's less about the trivia with this game and more about just trying to wrap your brain around giving the wrong or the right answer, which is cool. It's a neat concept, and I think it's a good game. It's a good party game. It's a good family weight game. It went over well with adults. It went over well with the kids in my class, and I can recommend it. It's small, it's compact, it's portable. Those are all the same words. They're synonyms, but who cares? QR code, take you to a video. Very good video. Rules are short and concise, easy to learn, easy to teach, good variety of questions. I personally like the guys on there. The guys in the back, I think that's probably Bruno and Ludovic. I could be wrong, though. And in the end, Think Again. It's this simple. It's fun. It's good. Is it amazing? No. But the kids in my class, they really enjoy it. So if you're in the market for a family game, this is one I can recommend. As for the party game, I think it's good. Would I recommend it, though? I don't know. I mean, that's really more based on your game group and the type of parties that you have. This is the kind of game where if I didn't have a classroom, I wouldn't keep the game. Well, I think it's good, and I had fun with it every time I played it. It's just not something I would grab off the shelf in a party situation or a lightweight filler weight situation. And heck, even in my classroom, this one's going to go up there, and I'm probably not going to pick it too terribly often. It's going to be one of those ones where the kids will pick it. So in the end, Think Again, from Yellow. I like it. I think it's good. The kids I played with think it's very good. Your mileage may vary on that sort of thing. If you enjoyed this review, please click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. Magnetic clasps in games on boxes. Yay or nay? Let's do the test right now. For me personally, it really depends on how good the magnetic clasp is. And I will say, Yellow has a very poor track record with me, because Tortoise in the Hare and Alibaba and all those bookshelf games, they have magnetic aspects of the game, if I recall correctly, and they always tended to do that. So, no. Magnetic clasps. Make it super strong. Make it snap, but if everything's going to fall out if you turn it the wrong way, actually, this one, yeah. So, no. No for me. Let me know in the comments below. Yes or no for you, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.